this video, we're going to go over Excel basics. This is a continuation of a multi-part series, and it's really focused on borders. So sometimes you want to just make your data look a little nicer by adding borders and edges around the cells. So this is what that goes over. So all you do is you highlight a cell. So we'll use the same spreadsheet here. And with the cell highlighted up here under the font, there's a little icon that expands, and you can add all kinds of different standard borders. So let's say I add a bottom border. What that does is puts a hairline black bottom border on that cell. And if I click on top border, you'll notice that the bottom border still stays there. So it's an additive type of thing where you just continually add borders to it. Now you can click on the cell, and one of the options is no border. So we'll do that. If you highlight a range of cells, you can do things like all borders, and it will highlight just this standard thin black hairline border. I'm going to do Control Z to undo that, and then we'll highlight some other ones. You can create a few different things like a thick outside border, just makes it a little thicker, and then you can do some other fancier ones like top and thick bottom border, so you can kind of see what that does. So you can kind of play around with the borders in that section there to see what you can do. But if you want full functionality, what you would want to do, let's say we want to put some borders around this section here. What you can do is click on more borders down here at the bottom, and that brings up a window that lets you have full functionality of the borders. So the way it works is you first want to choose your style. So let's say we want a really thick style. And the color, you can choose whatever color you want. So let's say we'll just leave it automatic, which is typically black. And then there's some presets here. So you can do outline, inside, or you can click on these edges to choose which one you want. So we'll do a thick outline, and then we'll do maybe a thin inside. And again, these can be chosen just by clicking these little buttons here off to the side as well. And when we do that, we have this thick outside border and thin inside border. I'm going to do a Control Z to undo that, and let's go ahead and choose something else. Let's be a little crazy here. Let's say we want a thick style. We want the color to be orange, and we want that to be on the outside. And then we want a thin style, a thinner style, and we want the color to be blue, and we want that just to be on this vertical bar here. And then we want a green to be on the horizontal bar. So not something you would typically do, but it does show you that you can create whatever border structure and borders you want. And of course, if you highlight all of it and click on no border, that takes them all away. So one of the things you might want to do for subtotals, you could draw a line here and just very easily put a bottom border, and now you have a line at the bottom separating your totals and the data. So borders are pretty helpful, and there's a lot that you can do with them. So it's just a matter of playing around with it and getting the hang of it.